Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're trading four wheels for two.
All right.
We're exploring how hopping on an e-bike can lead to some, well, pretty unexpected discoveries, especially history that's, right under our noses.
Yeah.
Now, you value getting the most out of your time, gaining knowledge quickly. So we've taken this really insightful article from eBikersDen,
Mm-hmm.
and we're ready to unpack how maybe a slightly slower pace unlocks a richer understanding of things around us.
It's interesting right off the bat how the article contrasts this with, well, our usual ways of getting around: cars, motorcycles.
Totally speed focused.
Exactly. We're so geared towards speed, covering maximum distance, minimum time. But like the author says, that constant velocity can kind of create this sensory overload.
A hum and blur, they called it.
Yeah, that's the phrase.
Yeah.
And it stops us from really, truly connecting with what's right there, our immediate surroundings.
Oh, absolutely. It makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How many times have you just driven through a town, past some landmark without really seeing it?
Happens all the time.
So this piece frames e-biking beautifully, I think, as an opportunity to dial things back, to slow down, take it all in, and connect more deeply.
Right.
So our goal here in this deep dive is really to explore what specific historical insights, what experiences become available when we adopt that more deliberate pace.
Okay, so let's really dig into that. This idea of slowing down and enjoying the ride. It's more than just, taking it easy.
It's a mindset shift.
It is. It's a conscious shift in focus. The article suggests that when we're not just rushing to get somewhere, our minds actually become more attuned.
Yeah, to the subtle stuff, the
Yeah.
details that normally just poof, vanish in our periphery.
Exactly.
And the article gives some great examples like those faded signs you sometimes see on older roads.
Oh, yeah. Hinting at old businesses or something.
Right. Whispers from the past.
Well,
Or like weathered buildings, you can almost read their history in the cracks and marks.
time and events leaving their signature.
And those roadside plaques, so easy to miss when you're zooming by, but they can mark really significant local history.
Yeah. Tiny little things you'd never spot otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Which leads to this interesting shift in perspective the article talks about.
Okay.
Our default is often, faster equals seeing more. We might think, well, if I cover more ground quickly, I'll find more historical
Which
sites.
makes intuitive sense, yeah.
But this piece cleverly flips that. It emphasizes the real value of those immediate kind of in-the-moment discoveries that only a slower pace really allows for.
Precisely. It completely reframes the journey itself. It stops being just about, getting to point B.
Right.
The e-bike makes the act of traveling the main event, an experience just brimming with potential for these unexpected glimpses into the past and the present, too.
And to make this really concrete, the article shares this nice little story. An e-bike ride through Parkland County.
Right. I remember reading that part. It wasn't like a planned historical tour or anything.
No, just a relaxed ride. They had a general direction, but that was it. And it was during this kind of unhurried exploration that the rider stumbled upon two really evocative bits of local history.
The first one was that sign, Teddington School District.
Yeah, just a name.
But it sparks something, doesn't it? You immediately start thinking about the kids who went there, the community.
Totally. And then there was the Hills of Hope site.
Yeah.
Just this quiet spot, little off the main road.
And the article makes such a great point. These are exactly the kinds of places you could drive past 100 times.
And never give them a second thought. Never even notice them.
And that's where the e-bike shines, isn't it? The sheer ease of just stopping.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Something catches your eye, you just stop.
No drama, finding a safe place to pull over a car, no stress about missing your exit.
None of that. You just, ease to a stop, hop off, and you're free to check out whatever it was that caught your interest.
Exactly. And the article really highlights that imaginative leap those little discoveries trigger.
Yeah, thinking about those school children you mentioned from Teddington.
Or the early settlers, the families at Hills of Hope. It suddenly makes what seemed like just an ordinary road feel connected,
Yeah.
a tangible link to the past.
It really drives home that history isn't just in museums, right? It's woven into the landscape all around us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's another layer, too, the whole sensory dimension of e-biking. The article touches on this really well.
Oh, the difference between being sealed in a car versus being out in the open, huge.
Huge difference. It's a completely different way of engaging with where you are.
You feel the wind, right?
Yeah.
You notice the temperature change, you smell the air, like that amazing fresh smell after rain.
Stuff you totally miss inside a vehicle.
Yeah.
Completely sealed off.
And the sounds. The article mentions hearing birds, the quiet hum of the e-bike itself.
Maybe gravel crunching under the tires.
Yeah, it's just so much more immersive.
And that heightened sensory awareness, it feeds directly into that feeling of connection the article keeps coming back to.
Right, you're not just watching the world through a window.
No, you're in it, an active participant.
Which links perfectly to the freedom and flexibility aspect for those spontaneous detours. The article points out how much easier it is on an e-bike to just veer off, see something interesting, a historical marker, maybe an old abandoned farmhouse, an inviting path.
You just go. Because you don't have those same constraints as in a car.
Right. No wrestling with traffic, no worrying about missing a turn on some busy highway, no pressure to keep up speed.
It just removes those barriers, those logistical hurdles, and lets you follow your curiosity. It encourages that impulse to explore.
And, all of this really circles back to that central theme the article puts so well, the unique magic of connection that e-bikes offer.
Yeah, it's definitely more than just convenient transport.
It's about fostering a deeper relationship with the landscape, with the stories in the landscape.
Precisely. The article really shifts the focus, doesn't it, away from just getting to the destination.
And towards valuing the journey itself.
Yes. The ride becomes the primary experience. And it's full of these opportunities for, well, unexpected insights, moments of learning, just from paying attention.
So the key takeaway, as the article wraps up, is really the value in sometimes taking the long way.
Being open to it.
Being willing to stop when some random sign catches your eye or explore a path you might normally ignore, because that's where the real stories often are.
The authentic stuff.
Yeah.
Often forgotten, just waiting there.
Exactly.
And what's really interesting, I think, is how this core idea, slowing down, observing, connecting it, applies way beyond just e-bike tricks, right?
Oh, for sure. It's a mindset.
It's a mindset that can enrich pretty much anything we do, even just our daily routines or commutes.
That's a fantastic point to leave people with. Think about your own regular journeys, your commute even. How often are you truly present?
How often are you noticing the details?
This deep dive, sparked by that eBikersDen piece, really highlights the potential, doesn't it, for finding hidden stories, making connections. If we just choose a slower, more attentive way of moving through the world.
Which really brings us to a final thought for you, the listener. What untold stories might be hiding in plain sight, right in your own familiar neighborhood, your town, just waiting?
Waiting for you to slow down and truly see.
Exactly. Something to maybe carry with you on your next journey, no matter how well you think you know the road.